Alright, it is 11 o'clock at night on the 16th of April 2016. It is the release day of the marathon. I uploaded the video, well, first of all, today's Saturday. So I set the whole thing to render on Thursday night, and Friday morning it was done. Alright, it is the day after yesterday. My allergies have kicked off big time. Don't know why I felt the need to, well, I just have to address it because I'm holding this up to my face. But yeah, yesterday when I was out in the forest filming and stuff, I scraped my knee up. There's a couple of cuts on the knee, and my back seized up big time. Forgot to mention it. Like, anyway, I just wanted to show Connie the second part of the skit with Chill Pilgrim. So get it loaded up in full screen and then pause it, just to see her reaction to it. And I might do this for the full intro at some point as well. But I spent quite a few hours last night putting this little thing together. So yeah, interested to see how she'll react to it. Just to set it up, there is a bit before this where he wakes up in the woods. If you remember last year, he was in the marathon and he said, "Oh, I'm here in Norway. Luke gave me directions, but it seems to have led to nowhere." So he basically came up with this thing where he's been asleep in the woods for a year.
Man, I can't believe it. I'm finally in Norway. Woo! Yeah, Luke told me whenever I'm in Norway, to give him a call. Now he gave me directions to his house, but the coordinates end here in the middle of the woods. Where the hell am I? Am I still in the woods? Am I still in Norway? What the hell, man?
But anyway, this is the second part of it that'll come in later on, so here we go.
What the hell is this? Virginia? I'm in Virginia? I can't be in Norway. I can't be on Dagobah. I'm in Virginia? What the hell? Hey, what the hell's that over there?
Oh, he's got the same thing.
He just threw that in there, he didn't tell me about it.
Man,
It's brilliant.
somebody watching me? Is somebody out there? Somebody stalking me? Anybody out there? Anybody out there? Help me!
Why is he standing like that?
Oh my god! I heard of sword in the stone, but lightsaber in a tree stump? That's ridiculous! Master, how did you get over there so fast? May the force be with me, Yoda. May the force be with me.
I'm just imagining people walking by going, what
Master,
the
I
fuck?
can't do it. I can't do it, Master. I did it.
So, her reaction to the ending was, my stomach hurts. Okay, so the intro right now is done, it's finished, it's edited, and I want to talk about it a little bit and go into a little bit of detail with some of the elements of it. We have the opening with me and Ryan, which was my idea to kind of make it look like we're both in the same room and to basically do it in complete darkness but with one light kind of lighting our faces, and so we could both easily do that and then maybe match it later on, and to make the footage black and white not only kind of helped with the kind of film noir kind of homage that we were going for, along with the Blade Runner dialogue, kind of a double reference there really, but it kind of fit and it made the footage match a little bit more. I put a grain filter over both of our footage files so that, again, trying to make both shots seem like they came from the same camera, even though they were filmed with different cameras and, you know, 1,000 miles away from each other. The sound also was really hard to nail because a lot of background noise. We're not using professional cameras recording professional sound, so there's different background noise in my shots, in Ryan's shots, and so what I did was I kind of mixed both of the background noise of each video clip and kind of tried to lengthen it and kind of layer it over both of the video. I mean, it was really complicated, but at least it sounds seamless, because otherwise you would have my shot and then it cuts to Ryan's and then it would sound completely different and it takes you out of it. So I wanted to have that smooth transition so that you're not thinking about the fact that, oh, you can tell that's been filmed at Ryan's house and at Luke's house. I wanted to just be focusing on the scene at hand, and I think, you know, for me, I'm happy with how that turned out in terms of the sound and the visuals and matching everything. And there was a lot of trial and error on my part, and Ryan too. We did many takes, probably too many on my part, because I wanted to cover every base, every angle, every kind of different expression I could do. And, you know, it turned out pretty good, I think. And again, Ryan put so much effort into his filming of the intro, and he actually messed up a few times, so I'll include some of those outtakes now for you to enjoy, and we'll continue talking about the intro.
I'm gonna go around the same circle again, just get a side shot. Fuck. Shit. Alright, let's do it again.
You gotta love Ryan driving up onto the curb. I love the commitment he had to filming his stuff for the intro this year. It was really humbling to see how much effort he'd put into it, and I think that it works well with our little scene at the beginning, and I'm really happy and proud of it. That's why I put at the beginning that it was directed by him and written by me. Obviously, I directed my side of it, but you know, he filmed a lot of stuff driving and stuff like that, so I really feel like he needed the credit there. So that's why that little credit is there in the intro. Later on in the intro, I want to talk about kind of the sequence where nothing's really happening. There's no cameos, there's no me, there's no one. It's just shots of, you know, out the window, or, you know, rain or snow, and it's to show the passing of time, the seasons changing, to kind of sell this kind of idea, this story, this fabricated, you know, alternate reality where I've been away from YouTube for a year since the last marathon. And then I have these kind of Twitter kind of reactions and Facebook reactions. I want to talk about those for a little bit. These are kind of ways for me to get more cameos in without really having people film clips. Like we have the top right there, Alex McConnell. That's just a friend of mine, and he probably doesn't even know that it's there, or would he care about it. Matt Kustatui, he didn't get to film a cameo this year. He was going to, but he just didn't have the time, and so I put him in there, and it says he's watching a bit of Seven Samurai, which we both watched together when he experienced it for the first time, so that's kind of a nice little personal reference there. We got Ross Wilcock on the left as well, and then up top, as they fade in, we see more of them. Blu-ray Dan, a bit of a joke towards him there, you know, kind of poking some fun at kind of his very early Blu-ray reviews and things. And then I'm putting in the hashtag where is Luke. Now I went to so much kind of detail with this. If you even look at the bottom of the tweets, the dates kind of, I mean, they match up with when the last marathon ended, and they go forward from, you know, the middle of last year, 2015, to 2016 before the marathon. And then we have some more where I throw in some kind of movie characters as well, with some more movie references, you know, Porco Rosso there, Neil Page from Trains, Planes and Automobiles, and then Spider Geek, another YouTuber, you know, again, just to kind of include him somehow. And then we got another guy, Mark Stubley, and this is where I put out a Facebook status and said, if anyone would like a text cameo in the marathon, let me know. And so basically, anyone who commented, I put their name in there. I wrote something for them to kind of tweet out, and just to, again, include people who might get a kick out of seeing their name in the video in a fun kind of way. And then there's some more here as well, people who said that they'd be up for it, people that I know. A reference to Star Wars Battlefront there, more movie references from some of my favorite films. I just enjoyed doing this kind of thing, and it just kind of it added to the sequence, I think, in terms of, you know, the story of, you know, where is Luke and everything, as self-indulgent as it might seem. I was just trying to sell the story of it, you know, and create, again, this alternate reality where I had been missing for a year or whatever. And so we have, you know, more people there. And then finally we have Chauncey Phillips, and if you don't get that joke, I'm not going to explain it to you. You should know where it comes from. I find it very funny, and yeah, there was no way that this particular YouTuber was going to appear in the video, so I thought I would just throw that in there for a bit of fun. And yeah, so I like that sequence there, and probably my proudest moment is the little transition from the rainy outside to the snowy outside. I kind of matched the shot quite well. I will just play it again. I'm really happy with that because it wasn't planned, and those two shots were filmed probably about a year apart. I was just filming random weather if I ever needed it, and it turns out I did need it. So yeah, I just wanted to talk about those bits of the intro, and now I'll cut to another part of this whole making a marathon experience. I just wanted to kind of hone in on some of the finer details of the marathon that I thought may or may not interest you. Alright, it is the 12th of April 2016, and I posted early hours of this morning the kind of fourth teaser for the marathon, I suppose. I don't think we've even talked about that yet, but I've posted up a few teasers, little short things, you know. The first teaser was very elaborate, had loads of clips from the past 4 years of the marathon and stuff, kind of like just an initial teaser. I was really happy with how that turned out, and yeah, that was cool. And then another small teaser, and then another small teaser. But this is kind of like the full trailer, if you know what I mean. And so I kind of had an idea for it, and I started editing it last night, and then about 4 hours later I was done with it, and I was like, oh man, I stayed up far too late for that. But just to show you, here's the project file. In Sony Vegas we have here. Again, it would be nice to screen capture this and so you can see it all properly and stuff, but you know, just for the sake of being quick, here's a lot of the footage that I used, and the files and things. And then this is the actual thing itself. So there's a fair amount of editing gone into that. It's nothing crazy hectic, but it's you know, it was fun. It was fun to do, and you know, I have clips of, you know, Ryan and things like that from the intro, clip of Connie from the intro, random clip of me from year one, you know, some of the clips, you know, kind of teasers for the cameos, you know, like Darren Locke there, and I put in a bit of, there you go, Absolute Sublime 1, Skin Slit there, fuck you Luke, and Wet Movie 1, and then finally we have Chill falling down to his knees. And then a small teaser for the lightsaber scene, and then me shouting no, and then me lifting my head. I was really debating whether or not to use this clip of me with the hood, because it kind of gives away that there's going to be the Force Awakens thing, but you know, I think it'll get people into it. And then we have me from one of the an outtake actually from the phone call sequence of me saying all good things must come to an end. So yeah, there you go. And also I kind of really tried to match the text for the Force Awakens trailer fairly accurately. It's the same font and everything, and I tried to get a little bit of the shadowing on the left and right. I think I did too much really. Couldn't get the right transition, so I just faded into it from black, so it kind of comes in like that. You can see me on the screen there. Hello. So it fades in like that, and the text gets smaller as it pans out, and so that's kind of fairly accurate to the Force Awakens trailer. Did I even mention that it is the music is from the final trailer for the Force Awakens? Considering the one of the trailers for last year's, in fact the full trailer, the final proper trailer for 24-Hour Movie Marathon 4 was a cover of the trailer music for the Star Wars teaser, Star Wars The Force Awakens. So we've gone from the teaser trailer music to the final trailer music over the course of 1 year, and yeah, and then I put the April 16th, which is very accurately like the text at the end of the Force Awakens trailer, because that's the kind of wanker that I am. So there we go. It's been released now. Here we go. You can really see me reflected on this. I can't really get a better angle, but there you go. So it's been posted. And there you go, April 11th, and then we have 122 views and 19 likes. I'm gonna like this myself, because that's pretty cool. I've been plagued with a lot of dislikes lately, so it's kind of quite fun to have, at least for the moment, a dislike-free video. Let's look at some of the comments. We got Ryan saying, haha, this is epic dude, can't wait. Blu-ray Dan, this was great man, he hasn't seen his little bit in this yet. Sean Blackford, hype, in a nutshell, brilliant. Dan Orton, can't wait to watch it. I think we're going to have an intermission or two though. I Mayfair, dude, the trailer's epic, fantastic, woo, woo. So there you go. It's been a good response. And yeah, I also, as I kind of showed here, I have decided on a date, April 16th. You can see my lens there in real good detail. But yes, April 16th, so it'll be this Sunday, hopefully, that I will post the video. And I'm almost there. And the white balance has now gone all crazy, so what else can I say? There's so much going on. I mean, I edited the phone call sequence last night also. I've just got to edit the ending and then film another bit for the ending. There's just so much. I mean, I couldn't really cover this whole thing beat for beat without it being almost as long as the video itself. Also, I revealed that, yeah, as you saw in the text there, over 6 hours long, so it is actually going to be at this point at least 6 hours in length. So yeah, that's a bit mental, but no one seems to have complained so far. We'll see when the video comes out though. Alright, it is the 14th of March. 14th of March, holy shit. Alright, it is the 16th. No, what? Bottom line, I have been up since yesterday. It is 11:30 in the morning. I didn't go to sleep at all last night. I was up for about 7 hours straight editing the ending of the marathon, the whole ending sequence, the last 10 minutes, including the credits, which took a long time as well, and I just suddenly realized how many people are actually in the marathon video. It's crazy. But I finished the ending, and I just thought, it's 7 o'clock, I may as well stay up now, finish the whole marathon, get it done, get it started to render, because it's going to take forever to render, and then just get a real early night's sleep tonight and get back onto a regular sleeping schedule, pattern, mission, quest thing. So yeah, that's probably why I can't get the date out. It is the 14th of April 2016. I got it. Whew. It's a Thursday. The marathon's going up on a Saturday. I mistakenly listed the marathon to be released on the 16th of April in the trailer, because the calendar system on Connie's laptop, which I edit from, you get like a calendar and you have like kind of a grid system. So I just looked at the next date on the far right, which would be Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So I looked on the far right, the next date, which was the 16th. But for some reason it goes Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So it was the Saturday. So when someone messaged me, I think it was Dale actually, if he's watching this, he said, I can't wait for the marathon on Saturday. And I was ready to type back, no, actually, it's Sunday. Actually, the 16th is Sunday. And then I double checked and thought, oh shit, I need to get this video ready a day earlier than planned, because I've already released the trailer and it already has a couple hundred views. And so, does it really matter if I release it on the day or not? No, of course it doesn't. But I like to kind of stick to the date that I give. So, yeah, I've been working overtime on this. Which again, as I've said before, I probably sound like such a twat saying, oh, I've spent so much time on the editing. Oh, he spent so much time on the editing. Oh, he's got such a huge ego. Anyway, I'm about to film the last piece ever of the 24-hour movie Marathon 5. Yesterday evening, me and Connie went out to film the last shot of the marathon, just before the end of the credits. There's a couple more shots than that, but that little sequence there with the unicorn at the end we filmed again right at the last minute. And then I filmed an extra skit that I wasn't planning on filming at the piano to go along with a new piece that Sarah and Isaac had sent to me. Let's just talk about that. When was it? 2 days ago, on Tuesday, which would be the 12th of April. 4 or 5 days before the marathon's about to be released, I got 3 cameos in the last minute. The first one was from Zara and Isaac, who finally came through.
Alright, here we go.
He has been moving, and so very gratefully he managed to get to do his cameo. It's a very short one. You've obviously seen it by this point. If you got this far in this video, you must have seen the marathon video.
Alright.
So yeah, he finally got that to me, and again it amounted to about 10 seconds of screen time, and his clip was 18 minutes long, which is fantastic, and you'll probably see some of that at some point.
fucking haven't even unpacked yet. Things I do for you in your motherfucking marathon. Alright, here we go. This is it. This is the real deal. To be fair, I could have done it like 3 months ago when he first asked me. But no, I have to wait until he's basically got the whole thing edited.
And then we had Rusty Boy in 1985. I completely forgot that I asked him to do something. And then I thought, shit. And I remembered him. And so I quickly came up with something. And bless him, he did it like within about an hour of me, you know, saying to him, can you get it done today? And he sent me 2 versions and it was really cool. So
I've got better things to do with my life. Mum, can I have a Mars bar?
that was the second one. The third one was Mickey Foley 0105, who is a new friend of mine who started watching my gaming streams. I soon realized that he was the son of Mick Foley, who is one of my favorite wrestlers. Growing up, he was my favorite wrestler. But yeah, I started checking out Mickey's videos, his gaming stuff, and I enjoyed them. And he said to me, you know, it'd be cool if we could collab at some point, you know, do a video together. And I said, well, why don't you be a part of my marathon video? I'm always looking for new YouTubers to come in and join in on the fun, so to speak. And he said that he would love to. So I sent him a little script from what I'm about to film now, which will be the last, you know, Mickey's little cameo will be the last thing I film. I can't believe it feels like I've been making this thing for a year. But it's finally about to come to an end now. I'm going to film it, I'm going to edit it, it'll take probably about 10-15 minutes, and then it'll all be done. All of it. Wow. Crazy. And then I just got to wait for it to render. Hopefully, fingers crossed, I won't run into any problems with the rendering, which I have done over the past few days, like seriously heavy rendering problems. The phone call sequence in particular, which I put together 2 nights ago. Again, spent all night on that one, very much like last night or this morning. Spent hours and hours on it, and then it wouldn't render. It wouldn't get past this one point, which was actually my cousin Jodie's part. So it kept freezing on her like this. So I got really sick of Jodie's face. But you know, I can say that because she's family. And I basically took everything from that laptop. I tried everything. I spent about 2 hours trying to get it to render. Nothing was working. So I rendered it on my old laptop, which is the one I use for like day-to-day stuff, and it worked. But it seems to have drained it of like 40% of its like power now. It's really slow. So I don't know. It's done, and hopefully, fingers crossed, there won't be any big rendering issues like there was last year. Whole other story. Right. So I sent Mickey the script. Get back on track. And I thought, oh, you know what, it'd be really cool if I could get his dad involved in it. One, obviously, I'm a big fan of Mick Foley, and it would be amazing to have him be in my video in some way, shape or form. But 2, I also thought it might be fun for Mickey to kind of have his dad involved in his little part. You know, I don't know, I thought it'd be quite a fun thing for a father and a son to do, to make a little video together. I know he's done that with him before in the past and stuff, and so I sent him 2 versions of the script. I said, you know, whichever is fine. The main thing I wanted was Mickey in the video, just to, you know, give him some, you know, exposure. You know, people might say, oh, is that Mick Foley's son? He has a YouTube channel, and then they'll see the link and they'll go and check him out. And so it works both ways. And so I got the clip from Mickey. I'd forgotten about it because I sent him the script weeks and weeks ago. He never got back to me, and so I thought, well, he's probably not going to do it. And I forgot all about it. And literally, he came in at the last minute, emailed me, and I was like, oh, he did it, cool. And I watched the video, and then Mick walks in and does the little line that I wrote for him. And that's what really blew my mind, was that I wrote a script and Mick Foley performed it word for word, pretty much. That was crazy. I mean, it's not a great script, it's just a throwaway little like lame joke, and that's kind of the point.
RazorwireReviews? That has to be the goofiest name I've ever heard.
But that kind of blew my mind a little bit. A video that I've made, a film that I've made, a vlogumentary, let's call it, a 6-hour plus epic. Something that I have made features, you know, a guy I've kind of idolized growing up. It's kind of weird, really.
What about Al Snow?
Okay, second goofiest.
But also, it's really cool for me that Mickey is in the video, and he also included a clip of him drumming, which is really cool. I'm definitely going to include that, and I'm going to work it in there somehow. And yeah, so that's what I'm going to film now. And this making a marathon journey is coming to a close as well. But we're going to keep going. There's more I want to show you in terms of the editing and things like that. If you're not already bored to death already, and then we'll go into the reactions to the marathon once it's been posted, and some final thoughts. So yeah, that's it for this part. Alright, it is 12:32 PM on the 14th of April 2016, and that is a wrap. Done. Finished. Finito. The marathon has been completely edited. I can't believe it. I cannot believe it. Oh man, I mean, it's just crazy how much this thing has grown. You know, I've said it before. The first marathon, 2012, 20 minutes long in 2 parts, because I thought that 20 minutes was far too long of a video to have in 1 part. 2013, marathon number 2, 1 hour and 45 minutes. I thought no one would watch a video that long. It was really successful. The year after, 2014, marathon 3, 3 hours long. I thought this is just going too far. People watched it and enjoyed it. Year 4, 2015, 4 hours and 37 minutes. People still watched it and enjoyed it, though they had some criticisms. And now, over 6 hours. In fact, I'm going to find out how long it is and come back and reveal the running time. But I don't know if people are going to watch and enjoy this one for its length, but I'm really happy with it. I'm really happy with it. There's, I guess, around a good 5.5 hours of me and Connie talking about films and all the films we watched over that 3-day period when we did the marathon. I immensely enjoyed going back through all that footage and adding in the pictures and things. And my favourite part, I think, was our Limelight review, because I think that's one of my favourite things that me and Connie have ever done on camera. I'm not saying that it's impressive to anyone or anything like that, but I just enjoyed the hell out of it, because it's just a film I loved so much, and she loved it just as much as I hoped she would, and she loved all the things about it that I loved about it. So it was really cool to hear her say that, and we both just really got into it in the discussion afterwards, and that's, yeah, I really loved just listening to that back, you know. And now we have that forever, which is the main thing about the marathon for me. But then you have all this extra stuff, you know, and I'm just so grateful for all the people who have taken part. I did a count, I believe, that 23 YouTubers were involved in this year's marathon, which is the most ever, obviously. And yeah, it's kind of humbling that 23 people, I mean, again, people say, oh, 23 people is nothing, but 23 people went out of their way to film something for me. I mean, even if it was a 2-second clip, or in some cases like Ryan Chataway, you know, days of work. You know, he filmed a lot for his part in this year's marathon video for me, which I'll be forever grateful for. And that was really cool to collaborate with him on that. But, you know, I'm just so grateful for everyone who took the time to make a video and be a part of this. You know, they don't have to do it, you know, and that's really cool. And again, the last thing I edited was the Mick Foley thing, and that's just blows my mind. It's really weird. But most of all, I'm happy with how that turned out. I just edited it now. And yeah, really fun to get Mickey involved. So I've got people from the YouTube movie community involved in cameos. I have my cousin Jody, who has her own channel, so she's a YouTuber. And then we got Mickey, who does gaming videos and his drum videos and stuff, so he's involved. So different YouTubers from different parts of the YouTube spectrum who I know and talk to kind of all come in together in this video. And that's the thing I love about it, is the community aspect. So there you go. I'm going to find out how long this is now and give you the final run time. This will be interesting. It's going to be about 6.5 hours. Yeah. Alright, just give you a little bit of a quick insight into some of the editing. This is a simple 3-second shot from the ending of the marathon, where I have 8 copies of the Jean-Claude Van Damme Blu-ray up here on this little hill in the forest. So what I did was I just have one shot here. It's about 4 minutes long, and at some point you should see me running in and out. There you go, you can see me placing the Blu-ray, getting it in the right position, running off camera, counting to 5, and then eventually I pop back and then move it into another position like that. So I've taken the 8 different versions of where all those go, and I have this here, and so there we go. We have 8 copies dotted around the place. Which is kind of just to show that it's driving me mad, I guess. I don't know, there's no real story to it. And I'll talk about the Blu-ray in just a second. So I have 8 clips here, as you can see. And if you go in, basically, on one of them, I've gone to a video event pan and crop, and I have masked the just the Blu-ray. So where's the there we go. So we zoom in on this. As you can see, for this one video clip where the Blu-ray is in this position, I just take the pen tool and I draw out the outline of the Blu-ray, so that in effect all that this video is just this part of the screen, and so it can go on top of the other ones, and so on and so on, and so that they all are there basically. In fact, if I just take one and drag it over like this, you should be able to see, there we go, that it's just that's all it is. But once placed in with all the other ones, it makes the whole of 8. Now the tricky thing with this is that the laptop would not handle rendering all of this at the same time. Not a chance. So what I had to do was do 2 at a time, 2 at a time, 2 at a time, 2 at a time, and then double up again, double up again, double up again, and then do it all over again. So it took me ages to just get this one simple shot, but I think it was kind of cool in the end, so there we go. And speaking of the Blu-ray, it might be here actually, there we go. Just grab it, it was almost as if I had it planned. I didn't have it planned. The Jean-Claude Van Damme Blu-ray. It's starting to get a bit torn around the edges. The cellophane's ripping off, it's dirty, it's been in snow, dirt, it's been through the ringer, this one. It's been thrown on the downstairs, and it's still unopened. I bought this last year to kind of have something to use with the Jean-Claude Van Damme green screen footage I had, as you might remember if you've seen that. But we didn't actually watch it, which I thought was even funnier, that that this was made a big part of the thing and then it was never even watched. And so this year we have Connie holding this out to me, you know, with the Force Awakens spoof we did at the beginning of the marathon, and then, you know, seeing this as it slipped out of my hand at the end of the 4th marathon, and then it's buried in snow as the seasons change, and Connie takes it back to me to lure me back into the game to do the marathon, and then it's taunting me out in the forest because I'm not going to do the marathon anymore, so it's come back to haunt me, like, you need to watch me kind of thing. And I look around and there's 8 copies of it, so I start running away again. It's just one of those things that just, there's not really much sense to it. There's not meant to be. It's just kind of, I almost want to just keep referencing it, like, for years to come, and, like, open the cellophane in about 20 years time or something and finally watch it. I don't know, like, the longer it goes maybe the funnier it'll be, I don't know. But yeah, that's just, it's not even an explanation of what the whole Jean-Claude Van Damme Blu-ray thing is about, but it's like the Excalibur of the 24-hour movie marathon cinematic universe. And while we're on the subject of editing and stuff, I wanted to do a quick little video about this, the Chill Pilgrim lightsaber sequence. He sent me this. This was part of his thing that he brought to the marathon. I didn't write this where he pulled the lightsaber out of the tree and stuff. And when he pulled it out and started waving it around, it obviously it's silly, but it seemed almost just like embarrassingly silly. And so I thought it would be really funny if I actually put a real lightsaber there, and I think it would just save the whole thing and make it quite funny. So I kind of cut 3 clips of him. One of him pulling it out of the thing, and then one of him swinging it around, then one of him swinging it over his head. So, take away the lightsaber blade, and there you have the original footage. So this is Adobe After Effects, by the way, which I'm very new to. So we do that, he pulls the saber out, Da 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 da. He swings it over, swings it round, and he pulls it over his head like that with a little kung fu pose. So that's that. Now I had to go in, you know, frame by frame for an 8-second clip and go through everything and do like a pen tool around the lightsaber and basically get the glow that you see there. Now if I can take away the thing there, you can see just the blue lightsaber blade. You can see me as well with the camera. Hello. Let's see if we can just angle that so you don't see me. You can see, it's hard to, but you can see the blue blade there as it swings around, and you have to kind of like make it go like that shape when it's moving to make it seem a bit more like the movies and things like that. It was hard, you know, but I feel like using the method that I use, which I'm not going to show you, obviously this isn't a tutorial, I feel like you'd have to try hard to make it not look good, honestly. It was really easy, it's very time consuming. If we go over to my first composition, you can see all the layers that you have to do in the end to get the proper glow that makes it look really good. There's loads of different feathering and blurring you need to do and all that kind of stuff. So back over to here, and we see the finished product. He pulls the lightsaber out, and when he swings it out, the toy lightsaber doesn't fully extend, and so it gets smaller as it comes out like that. If you see, it's quite small, and I just didn't really realize because I was zoomed in like this the whole time. Oh, I think I might have messed up there. Yeah, I've moved it out of alignment. Hang on, I'll go back, edit, undo. There we go. I'm like this the whole time, just trying to match the blade, and so once I zoomed out, I was like, oh shit, it's really small, and I couldn't be bothered going back to change it, so it was what it was. The one that I thought was going to be really hard, this one was going to be fun because you get to swing it around, and that was a lot of fun. I love this part. Yeah, just that bit there is really cool to do. It's this part where he swings it over his head, and I'm like, how am I going to even make it look proper? But somehow it just worked. I don't know what it was. It's not amazing or anything, but you know, when you, again, it's not perfect, but it looked, I don't know, it just seemed to look alright to me in motion anyway when in the final video. So yeah, there you go. That's just a quick look at the Chill Pilgrim lightsaber sequence. Obviously I got some sound effects. I went all the way back to the old school theforce.net fan films page that I used to frequent when I was a teenager, and they still had an old zip file full of old lightsaber sounds, and so I used that, and the lightsaber sounds just tipped it over the edge for me, and I'm really happy with this little scene in the marathon. So there you go. I just wanted to talk about this before I delete the all the project files and stuff. This is just the record of the Chill Pilgrim lightsaber sequence.
Yeah! I did! Yeah! I did!